Well, hello. I am Alison Pandora, and well, you are you. So I was outside today. It's Martin Luther King Day. I don't think it's his birthday. It may be his birthday. I know we're celebrating his birthday, but I know sometimes we celebrate things on a Monday just because it fits with the calendar and his birthday some other day. Either way, anyway, wanted to acknowledge that. I do believe I have a few Martin Luther King quotes on my page. I really don't know who I would be without them. I don't really have one for you right now because, that's not what I prepared. Quite frankly, I didn't prepare anything. I did prepare myself to face the camera again. So I took a little walk, and I believe maybe I'll post that, I don't know. And I have been neglecting putting my face here on IGTV. Why? I mean, the usual reasons. Insecurities, and there's this weird thing called insecurities, which, get over it. It is what it is. This is what you look like, Allison. This is what you look like, whoever you are. Move on. Put it out there. Move forward. So let's move forward. Let's talk with something I'm comfortable with, yoga. We had a great open house at Purple Ohm in Denville on Saturday. I believe that was the 19th. And I took my very first gong bath. It was lovely. I felt like it was really clearing. And if you don't know what a gong bath, I'm going to say take a look it up. Situations, excuse me. I don't know quite how to explain it. I know there's somebody with a gong. I know I'm laying there. And my experience, I do not want you to go or not go based on my experience, because sometimes my yoga experiences and things of this nature are just something else. So yeah, gong bath, try it out. I believe his name was Manoush. If not, excuse me. But there is an event at Purple Ohm with someone named Manoush coming up at the end of the month or maybe early February. So check that out. Purple Ohm, Denville. Purple and Denville. Okay, I'm over that. Next, on to the next. I have to talk about it. I did watch the Lifetime series about R. Kelly. Wow, and I am deeply, deeply, deeply ashamed. Let me reel myself in before I go way out there. So, if you don't know who R. Kelly is, I guess that's fine. If you know who R. Kelly is and you love his music, it's hard. If you are a survivor or any type of abuse, I'm sure that's hard to watch as well. So let me give you like a really short and sweet synopsis. It's not sweet, actually, and it's just going to be short. So R. Kelly was abused, and I'm going to say many ways, while he was a child. I want to say one of the interviews said he was 5 or 6 years old, which I think it's hair, not a booger. I'm going to keep going. Yeah, 5 or 6 years old. And he couldn't read or write. He was a musical genius, though. He thought of all those things in his head and this music component, and he is fabulous. And then he founded some great artist, Aaliyah, who was 15 at the time, who he decided to marry. And then just continued this trait of getting women, many of them under the age of 18, maybe 19. There were women in their 30s, but he would take them and he would use usually women with a weaker mindset so he can manipulate them. And there's this whole thing with sex slaves, and then people not being able to leave their rooms and having buckets to use is disgusting. And the most disgusting thing about it is that there were a lot of words that he was doing these things. And people like me went out and bought Chocolate Factory and loved that album. And maybe there was stuff before Chocolate Factory, or maybe there was other things. There's people going to his concerts and supporting him and giving this person money. Now, shame on us. Shame on him, yes, but shame on us. Because why are we giving this guy money and telling him he's great? Because he can sing. Why are we as a society putting scumbags on pedestals? This opens up a whole different box. Because I don't think there's anyone out there who's 100% squeaky clean. So where do you draw the line? Do you not listen to Chris Brown ever again? What about Elvis? It's known that he was dating young girls. What about, I don't know, everybody? I think a line needs to be drawn in the sand, and I don't know what the whole solution is to everybody who's been doing something wrong. One, don't put people on a pedestal who have no business being there. If someone has a talent of a certain sort, great. It doesn't mean that they're a great person, and it doesn't always mean that they deserve your support just because they can do something. Either way, anyway, I think I'm done with that. There's also a Dateline on this. So there's a Lifetime series. I want to say it's Surviving R. Kelly, possibly. And at first it starts off like somebody's crying and you could be like, oh my goodness, is this going to be like what it is, right? And that's ridiculous to say that about something so serious. But I do believe that that could be somebody's perspective. Get past the beginning. And I suggest to watch it. And I also think there's this is what I was trying to get at before. There's a Dateline on it, and I'm going to try to look that up too. I think that's it for right now. I don't know how we got to Mr. Mute R. Kelly. That's how I'll refer to him now. Mute R. Kelly. Oh, and here's another thing. So some people who don't know who he is, or some people who are like, what are you talking about? Because a lot of his lyrics is like he's blatantly telling you who he is and what he's doing. And they're going and they're listening to the songs and they're streaming it. When you stream his music, you're giving him money. So I highly suggest do not go and stream his music. Don't support him in some other way just to find out what they're talking about. I mean, I don't know another suggestion. I actually don't want to put any suggestions towards him, looking anything into him, other than seeing what is allegedly true, right? None of this has been... I mean, he has gone to court for these things, and he's been acquitted, or, you know, no charges have really been seen through. And he's been known to pay off families. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. Right? I also believe it is hard to be an artist and to be popular like that. People are going to, you know, put their own opinion out there for you, and there's a lot of falsehoods out there. But even if there are like 5 of these women who are falsehoods, which I don't believe, there's too many, and there's too much proof, you know, one of marrying a 15-year-old and having her lie about it. We all knew about that. I'm going to say that's it for now. All right, what's the positive from this? I mean, if you want to watch it, there's a good series. I've also been jumping into Game of Thrones, you know, just to even out this other Mute stuff. All right, that's it, guys. Deuces.